The movies have Katniss Everdeen, Triss, and Hermione Granger. Television has Emily Thorne and Snow White. But one industry that provides a pivotal source of entertainment has constantly been under fire for not having enough strong female characters. Many female activists believe the gaming industry is severely lacking powerful female protagonists that girls can look up to as role models. Although these allegations may have been true 30 years ago, does the gaming industry still deserve this amount of scrutiny? By researching modern video games, I believe there is irrefutable evidence that proves the gaming industry has opened the door to a new era of female empowerment. In this day and age, girls look to strong, powerful women in the entertainment industry as role models. Now with video games being such a pivotal part of the entertainment industry, girls need strong women in video games as well. Unfortunately, when video games first became popular in the early 1980s, the theme of the damsel in distress became the standard format for most games, and women were portrayed as weak and helpless. The idea of a woman being an object the male protagonist must recover causes girls to feel down about themselves, creating the self-image of weakness. As the gaming industry became a larger outlet for entertainment, the feminist community began throwing backlash at gaming companies, claiming that there were no strong female heroes in video games. The battle between the feminist community and the game industry still reigns strong today, as female activist groups claim that movies and television have strong female protagonists. Why doesn't the game industry? Although this fact may have been true 30 years ago, I believe the gaming industry has long since changed, and it's undoubtedly evident by taking a look back at video games released over the past few years. The idea of the damsel in distress in video games dates all the way back to the early 1980s. On July 9, 1981, Nintendo released their first big hit, Donkey Kong, starring a very familiar Italian plumber. In the game, Jumpman is tasked with rescuing his girlfriend Pauline from giant ape Donkey Kong. Little do the creators of this game know that their theme of saving the damsel in distress would set the tone for video games for years to come. Flash forward 4 years and we see that Nintendo has recycled its beloved characters and created a new arcade game called Super Mario Bros. Pauline became the template for a new love interest, Princess Toadstool, later known to gamers as Princess Peach, and Jumpman became a very famous Italian plumber named Mario. In his new adventure, Mario must travel through the Mushroom Kingdom to rescue his princess from the clutches of Bowser. Following suit with their previous hit Donkey Kong, Nintendo's Super Mario Bros. Follows the damsel in distress theme, portraying Mario the male as a strong hero and Princess Toadstool as a weak and helpless damsel. After nearly a decade of video game companies using the same stereotypical format, a groundbreaking game was released that changed the gaming industry forever. In 1996, Core Design released Tomb Raider, an adventure following Lara Croft, an English archaeologist, on a mission around the globe in search for mysterious relics. Praised by gamers and non-gamers alike for its revolutionary graphics, exciting storyline, and compelling gameplay, Tomb Raider sold 7.5 million copies at its release and earned 15 sequels spanning over the period of nearly 2 decades. Soon after the release of Tomb Raider, Lara Croft became a sensation, grabbing the attention of media almost overnight. Being one of the first leading ladies in the gaming industry, Lara Croft became the topic of debate between feminist activists and the gaming industry. The release of Tomb Raider was a huge eye-opener to women that men have long since dominated the game industry with male protagonists, and up to that point, there had been very few strong female heroes. Women wanted more games starring strong-willed, tenacious characters like Lara Croft, and despite common belief, the game industry has more than delivered on that request. Though the change was not immediate, what became known in the gaming world as the Lara phenomenon created a boom amongst the gaming industry, and quickly, game designers began rethinking the format of video games themselves. For example, take a look at Nintendo's Super Smash Bros. Franchise. Super Smash Bros. Is a 2D fighter game series which features characters from Nintendo's most popular franchises. So far, there are 4 installments of the game, each newly released title featuring more fighters from Nintendo's most beloved games. The original Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo 64 featured 12 fighters, and of those 12, Nintendo only included 2 female characters. However, Nintendo surprised its fans with the release of Super Smash Bros. Wii U. by increasing the number of female characters six-fold from the original. Super Smash Bros. Wii U included a whopping 13 female fighters. Nintendo brought in strong female powerhouses like Palutena from Kid Icarus, Lucina from Fire Emblem, and even Rosalina from Super Mario Galaxy, giving gamers a large cast of strong female characters to choose from. The Super Smash Bros. Series hasn't been the only franchise to majorly break the damsel in distress formula. Even the gaming dynasty of everyone's favorite Italian plumber has had some drastic changes. For the first time ever with the release of Super Mario 3D World in 2013, Nintendo featured not only Princess Peach, but also Rosalina as playable characters in a main franchise Super Mario game. Not only are these former damsels now playable, but they're arguably the most powerful characters in the game as they're the only characters with special abilities, giving them both a substantial advantage over Mario, Luigi, and Toad. The Super Smash Bros. And Super Mario franchises were not the only video games to receive a female empowerment facelift. Nintendo decided it was time for all of its princesses to take control of their own stories, and this included Princess Zelda from The Legend of Zelda. For the first time outside of the Super Smash Bros. Franchise, Zelda finally became a playable character in the Legend of Zelda series. With the release of Hyrule Warriors, Princess Zelda finally had the chance to fight alongside Hero Link and show that she's just as powerful as the leading men in the Legend of Zelda franchise. Branching outside of Nintendo, the Lara phenomenon has caused many other gaming companies to continue with the theme of female empowerment. In 2007, Valve Corporation released Portal, a smash hit game starring the strong-willed and tenacious Chell, a human forced to undergo a series of tests in the Aperture Science Enrichment Center run by GLaDOS, a corrupt artificial intelligence with a strong hatred for human life. In the game, Chell must navigate various test chambers and the abandoned corridors of Aperture in order to destroy the evil yet enjoyably sarcastic GLaDOS.
That's you. That's how dumb you sound.
Although GLaDOS is technically not human or a hero, she's a powerful female entity. With the release of Portal, Valve introduced the world to two of gaming's most beloved and powerful women in the industry. Other game franchises have shocked their fans with new installments starring female leads. Ubisoft, a game company largely known for the Assassin's Creed series, introduced its fans to Aveline de Grandpré in Assassin's Creed Liberation, where she became the first playable female assassin in a dominantly male franchise. In each installment of Assassin's Creed up to that point, the protagonist had been traditionally male, so introducing gamers to the first female assassin of the franchise was a groundbreaking step in gaming. Clearly, the video game industry has come a long way from portraying women exclusively as weak and helpless, and has created a new format of female empowerment. However, one question still remains. Why do people continue to believe that games do not offer stories featuring powerful females? Although the gaming industry has clearly incorporated female characters, they continue to market video games exclusively to men. Everything about the advertisement of the video games, from the content to the channels they choose to air them on, is clearly aimed toward male gamers and fails to take into account any kind of female audience. For example, gaming companies pay millions of dollars annually to have commercials for their games featured on ESPN, a channel with 94% male viewership. Although the placement of the video game advertisement is important, the content is critical as well. A study performed by psychologists at Southwestern Oklahoma State University showed that male characters were 4 times more likely to appear on the cover art of a video game. However, whenever women appeared on the cover of a game, they were often portrayed in a hypersexualized manner. The game industry does this purposefully to appeal to male audiences. In order to fix this issue and appeal to a female audience, gaming companies could air commercials featuring strong and powerful female characters on a variety of television channels that possess a larger demographic for female viewership. Although the video game industry had a dark beginning with games that made women out to be objects for men to recover, gaming has long since changed and now encourages female empowerment. Do powerful female characters exist in the video game industry? Are there strong female characters in the gaming world young girls can look up to? Absolutely. Although feminist groups may believe strong female video game characters still do not exist due to poor marketing by video game companies, I believe the game industry has greatly evolved and is taking major steps towards changing the standard format of video games to one that encourages female empowerment. The movie industry may have characters like Katniss, Hermione, and Triss, but the gaming industry has powerful leading ladies as well. And I believe it's time the world sees that the gaming industry has opened the door to a new era of female empowerment.